Gentlemen, welcome back. We'll let that segment finish at halftime, but for now, we figured you guys wanted to watch the tip. New York Whiz Kids versus the New York Rens. Elijah Moore with the basketball up top for Whiz Kids. Shoots that over the outstretched arm of Wilcher. No good on the shot. We'll see who it was touched by last. Looks like it will stay Whiz Kids basketball. Looking for a lifeline to inbound. They get it in time. So Adidas circuit versus EYBL circuit. Always a nice mix. Contrast of shoe leads. Nice drive along the baseline. Score the helper for Elijah Moore. The easy lay for Tariq Foster. It is the Whiz Kids that strike first. They'll apply pressure here. Can't get the jumper to go. Wilcher sizes up a triple. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound brought down by Tariq Foster. Foster going to take the bump. 0 versus 0. Aaron Wilcher and Foster. The aforementioned Foster getting the first lay for the Whiz Kids in the contest. And they're off of the helper from Elijah Moore. I look for Wilcher in this one. He had a good game against Strive for Greatness yesterday, but still one where towards the end of the game, didn't feel like he was performing at the level of efficiency that he's used to. So again, everyone else was fine with his performance, but he's the type of player that holds himself to a high standard. Look forward to keeping an eye on him in this particular matchup. Whiz Kids running the nice reverse. Tariq Foster. They've got 2 buckets through the Whiz Kids, and Foster has both of them. Getting in the mix there is Laji Dembele. So Dembele gets the Rens on the board. 4-2 ball game. Great NYC vibes. Not an NYC native by any means, but it's been nice just watching the NYC culture sort of embrace this event. You got your team on the mic. Got great venues, great backdrop for some good basketball here over the next few days. Fouled on that 3-point attempt. There was Ian Jackson. So we'll have a chance to get his first points from the charity stripe as you look at Dembele, the nice footwork to be able to flip that one up and in. Big fellas can only go as far as their footwork will take them. Obviously guards use that aspect of their game as well, but if you're a big, I guarantee your trajectory will be measured by your footwork. And obviously, you got to put the ball in the hole once that footwork sets it up. Jackson at the free throw line. Becomes the first New York Whiz Kids player to score outside of Tariq Foster, who started the game off with their first 2 buckets. Ball moving around, and that one culminates with a Papa Kante dunk. Great job of running the floor. Also give it, got it back, took care of business from there. 6-4 ball game. Ball poked away. Managed to stay in bounds was Ian Jackson. That one denied on the inside. Here's Johnson, drops it off, and a jam. Dembele got the reverse for his first bucket. Didn't want to leave that one the chance. You're able to just see the wingspan put on full display. You take a look, that was a previous dunk by Kante. And then Johnson, he's always setting the table. Nice little between the legs dime. And Dembele says, I got you, man. Finishes that one to make it a 6-6 ball game. We're all tied. We take a second to address one of the, I believe there's a wet spot on the floor. They want to make sure they get taken care of. Pretty cool day yesterday, 72 degrees was the high. Today, we're slated for 90. So definitely a jump in the temperature. And I say even though day 1 of the schedule was hot, the bump up with day 2. I say the weather pattern reflects it. Wiz Kids with the basketball, number 2. Deontay Johnson will get it over to Jackson. Foster stops, can't get the shot to fall. He takes the contested mid-range there. Here's Wilcher. Cunningham behind the back, going baseline. Got the harm, wasn't able to get the hoop on the front end, but he'll head to the free throw line. Will Nas Cunningham to shoot 2. Went behind the back to avoid one defender and was fouled as he went to lay it up. Cunningham good on the first free throw. And good on the second. So 2 points for Nas Cunningham as he puts the Wiz Kids behind by 2. First lead of the game for the New York Rens. Jackson guarded by Cunningham. A three-pointer off to the right there by Foster. Long pass. Foster says no, sir. Does his best safety impression to knock that one away and then keep it in bounds. Corner, 3-ball on the way. Off the mark. Rebound brought down by Papa Kante. Johnson thought about the pull-up, and he does. He'll take it and exchange a few pleasantries there with Papa Kante on the way back down. 8-9 ball game. Wiz Kids back in front. Wilcher's doubled. Nice little skip pass to Cunningham in the corner. 3-ball on the way. So 2 attempts for Nas Cunningham, and he's been fouled on both. Difference between this one, he was a jump shooter, and he'll shoot 3. So Cunningham able to see a few go through here at the free throw line as he looks to get rolling. Silky on the first. Second one on the way from Cunningham, and he's good on that one. So Nas Cunningham with a successful trip to the line. Gives the Rens an 11-9 lead. Here's the Wiz Kids. We'll set things up on offense. Here's Johnson with the ball. That 2 versus 2 matchup should be a fun one to watch. Jackson guarded by Cunningham, decides to take 3. Good. Ian Jackson, a.k.a. Captain Jack, on one end, Nas Cunningham on the other. At this point, if I'm the Rens, I'm going to Cunningham until going to him doesn't result in a trip to the free throw line. This time he gets the and one. Baseline drive, went to the free throw line. Corner 3, went to the free throw line. This time he's already got 2 as he heads to the stripe. Has a chance to take care of the back end 3-point play, and he does. So Cunningham with an early 8 points, 2-point advantage for the Rens. Jackson trying to get back-to-back triples. Can't get that one to go. Rebound. Foster gets it to the big man who takes it from there. Vendell Witherspoon. Like what I've seen from the big man so far in this one. You put them in a position to finish, they're doing that. They're not leaving it to chance with layups. If they can dunk it, they're dunking it on both sides. Great job of looking the defense off there by Tyler Johnson. And the drop off to Papa Kante. So back and forth we go. The Rens with another modest advantage. 2-point lead as this one goes back and forth. Just inside the free throw line jumper. Off the mark for Foster. A good look. Just can't get it to go. Foster trying to find his touch on the jumper. Scored the first 2 buckets of the game for Wiz Kids. As Papa Kante benefits from another nice Tyler Johnson drop-off. One of the finer floor generals you'll find. Wilcher thought about pulling from the logo. Johnson saw too much space, too much real estate in the paint available, and Johnson takes prime advantage of it. Nice stroll to the bucket, left side, right hand. Makes it a 4-point game for the Rens, but not for long. Foster able to get a couple reps up from the perimeter. Sees his 4th jumper result in a make. 2-point game. Then Foster comes back and gets the block. Nice sequence so far. Can the Wiz Kids score? Not this particular possession. As Elijah Moore just steps out of bounds. Take a look at that Wiz Kids ball movement. Foster just sliding right down into that gap that's open just beyond the free throw line. Easy mid-range J. Rens leading by 2. Cunningham back out to Johnson. Johnson, his first 3-point attempt of the contest. Be rebounded by Witherspoon. Hesitation, and now he'll go. Jackson fouled on the floor. Jackson's change of speeds and pace, something that it doesn't take long to notice when you watch him play. Obviously, his reputation precedes him. And one of the best players on the Adidas circuit. You have a substitution in for the Rens. It's going to be number 4, Christian Bliss. Jackson, fall away jumper, just short. Witherspoon fighting for the offensive rebound. He gets it. Conte smacks that one out to the 3-point line. So we've got an official's timeout. I believe there's a shot clock scenario. For those that might not be aware, playing all of these games with a 35-second shot clock. Deontay Johnson attracts the defense, drops it off, and we're going to have a trip to the line coming up here for Vendell Witherspoon. Witherspoon good on the first free throw. So it'll remain a 1-point game. Bliss, as I mentioned, in his first action. Also a new sub in for the Wiz Kids, number 3, Nicholas Padilla Jr. Checked in for his first action. Johnson looking to take advantage of the closeout, steps to the side, can't get the shot to go, but Nas Cunningham. The extendo jump and the dunk. I'm dating myself. I don't think they make too many Stretch Armstrong references nowadays. But this reminds me of that. No need to stretch, though, when you got the wingspan and the leaping ability that a Nas Cunningham has. That's just a get-out-of-bed jumping jack right there. Just happens to be a dunk involved. 3-point contest. We'll take a short break. When we get back, more Battle in the Apple.
Alexa, play our favorite song again.
Okay.
And welcome back from that short break. 17-20 as we approach the final 40 seconds or so of the first quarter. It's been as good as we anticipated it would be up to this point, and we're just getting started. Jackson guarded by Cunningham. He'll pull a 3. Can't get the shot to go. Great activity on both ends so far by Papa Conte.
25 seconds.
Shot clocks are off, as it looks like the Rens will hold for the final possession of the first quarter. Bliss guarded by Padilla Jr. Bliss gets the handoff, now working on Jackson as that one blocked away. The Rens will sub in number 13, Harrison Hochberg. Johnson catches it in the backcourt, eats a little bit of a bump from Padilla Jr. Gets it over to Dembele. Dembele with the splash. Shoulder range, young fella. So Dembele's already got a couple rim rattlers here in the first quarter. In case you thought he was just pigeonholed to inside the paint, no sir, splashes the triple. Another assist for Ty-Lord Johnson. You're watching the Battle in the Apple here on SUV TV. We'll be back with more action after this quarter break.
It was always a tradition in the family to play saxophone. My mom was a saxophone player.
I started playing in the 7th grade. It makes me happy to know that he's following my footsteps. I'm really honored.
My mom was taking me on a college tour at Shaw University, and she's like, oh, look, DJ, that's the McDonald's I used to go to. This McDonald's is so important because it ended up being a place where our band members would go to get to know each other outside of the band room.
Oh, you.
It's definitely like our student union.
But with fries.
For our crew to go to that same McDonald's she went to, such a big deal for me. I wouldn't want it any other way.
Clap for the you.
Second quarter is underway here at St. John's Prep. Thanks for joining us at the Battle in the Apple, the New York stop of the Battle Time Strive for Greatness Tour. We had LA, we had Atlanta. We're in NYC now, and they're taking a tour of the rim is Elijah Moore with the first points of the second quarter. Makes it a 4-point game in favor of the New York Rens. But again, from a Battle Tour summary standpoint, as Nas Cunningham gets a triple, he's playing well. Started off in LA, went on to Atlanta, now here in the Big Apple. Final stop will be in Akron, the Battle in Akron in July. Dembele with the rebound, and he will be called for the travel. So the turnover is going to send it the other way. 7-point ball game.
Oh, you definitely can't leave home. Box.
That jumper's off the mark.
26-19.
It's number 35 for the Wiz Kids. I don't have a 35 on my roster, so I'll try to get that for you as soon as possible. Cunningham with it, being guarded by Jackson. We'll see if they rule that a 2 or a 3. And actually, no, we won't. No good. So it's a mute point. Cunningham tries a triple. Hochberg. So Hochberg able to go to the line as he tries to get loose here. That was the first miss of the day for Nas Cunningham. Previous plays, he's either been fouled and sent to the line or it's been a make. Playing very efficient basketball so far as Cunningham. Hochberg heads to the line with a chance to see a few fall through as he tries to get going here in this ironclad matchup. No good on the first. Back into the contest for the Wiz Kids, it'll be number 24, Kadar Davis. Actually, this is Davis's first action on the day. So Wiz Kids have Kadar Davis, number 3, Nicholas Padilla Jr., number 11, Ian Jackson, number 21, Vendell Witherspoon, and number 1, Elijah Moore, on the floor. Skip pass over to Davis. He'll try a triple. Back rims it. Kicked around, and Cunningham with the rebound. He'll get it to Wilcher. That one a little bit too much mustard on it, intended for Wilcher. Good ball movement and player movement there by the Rens, even if it didn't translate to a bucket there after the turnover. So back into the contest is number 2, Deontay Johnson. Nicholas Padilla Jr. will have a seat. Tyler Johnson getting some valuable minutes of rest for the New York Rens here to start the second quarter. Jackson, wraparound pass, kicks it to the corner. 3-pointer on the way, no good for Witherspoon.
27-19.
Hochberg fouled as he went along the baseline. Hey, you don't got to get ready when you stay ready. One of the coaches from the Black Ops Cadet squad was ready to shoot that one there in the front row. Hochberg bumped along the baseline, so it'll be New York Rens basketball. Wilcher will try a triple. Can't get it to go. Dembele trying to keep it alive. Hustles it down in the corner as Bliss is trying to get out of there. Does so successfully. Here's Wilcher. Back to Bliss. So a good look, just unable to can it. Not a ton of success from three-point land for either squad so far. Not that anybody's shooting up at a horrible clip, but just not at the frequency at which either one of these squads are used to so far. Matter of fact, I think Cunningham and Dembele have the only three-point makes for the Rens, as the aforementioned Dembele is going to get a breather, and so will Cunningham. Productive first half for him so far, because he's got 13 points already. Under the 5-minute mark. Back tap attempt by Johnson, able to hold on to it though was Moore. There's Deontay Johnson along the baseline, no good. A little bit of a lid on the rim for both teams during this juncture. Subbing back into the contest for the Wiz Kids will be number 0, Tariq Foster. Responsible for the first 2 buckets of the game for the Wiz Kids. Got 6 points so far. Wilcher. A nice move to lose Kadar Davis and the easy lay-in for Wilcher. His first points of the contest. Gets the rebound, now looking to push. Wilcher wanted a foul there, thought there was some contact. Take a look, nice little move to avoid Kadar Davis. And flip that one up and in just to play a go. Wilcher, one of the areas and the country's best. High school ball at Roselle Catholic. He'll head to UNC Chapel Hill to play his college ball. Deontay Johnson.
29-22. 3:30, second quarter.
The Rens lead now sits at 7. Hochberg. So it took Hochberg a couple minutes, but he's trying to get a little bit of a rhythm going. Some early trips to the free throw line. A nice bucket there along the baseline to make it a 9-point advantage. Now here's Bliss. Bliss drops it off. Conte has it poked away momentarily. Nice job of Foster of sticking with it. Height-wise, you notice about a 2-inch difference. Definitely giving up a couple LBs to Conte. Conte working inside, fall away against Davis. Cunningham able to take advantage of the hard work of Tyler Johnson as he picked the pocket of the big man and dropped it off for another helper. Double-digit lead for the first time on either side this contest. Jackson trying to change that. Splash. Mission accomplished. Got Ching on the mic, and Ching with the 3 there from Jackson. 8-point game. Hochberg tries to answer. Can't get it to go. Rebound brought down by Foster. Jack tried to posterize Conte on that one. Can't get it to go. Cunningham misses it. And back the other way we go. Here's Moore. Jackson. Jackson drops it inside to Foster, and Foster have to go to the free throw line to redeem points on this possession. Take another look at that last 3. Good ball movement. Kadar Davis with the assist. And the splash from Ian Jackson.
.25, 2:02 remaining second quarter. Rebound.
The Rens lead sits at 8 after that most recent trip to the free throw line by the Whiz Kids. Wilcher with the basketball, guarded by Jackson. Skip pass over to Hochberg. He's got time to make sure he's got beautiful rotation on the basketball. That's way too much time, really, for anybody on the floor right now, specifically a shooter like Hochberg. Largest lead of the game is matched as it's an 11-point discrepancy after that triple from Hochberg, the assist from Simeon Wilcher. We'll be back with more, the Battle in the Apple, here on SUV TV.
Don't worry, Ma, we'll be there soon.
We? Is this the one?
Well, let's say I found the one who takes me to another level. Always stays calm under pressure. Most importantly, the one that helps me discover the coolest places.
This sounds wonderful.
Come outside, I'll introduce you.
You're here.
Definitely the one.
Introducing the all-new Nissan Frontier.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Back to the action. Whiz Kids versus the New York Rens here at the Battle in the Apple. It'll be Deontay Johnson bringing it across the timeline. $11 has been the largest lead by either squad. Currently held by the Rens. Here's Jackson. Tough move. Gets it to go. Bank open here on a Saturday. Jackson has the type of game to do just that. Another skip pass to the corner for Hochberg, as he's been able to get a little comfortable in that corner the past few trips down the floor. Misses that one, but the Whiz Kids are lucky for it, because it was another wide open look. Nas Cunningham has been so good on both ends. Scoring probably jumps off the screen a little bit easier, but doing a lot of little things on the defensive end as well. But that's Foster able to get his first three-point make here in the contest. Johnson driving, draws in two red jerseys so he can drop it off and make life easier for Papa Conte. Easy lay-in. Johnson here to assist.
Rens, 38-30, 20 seconds remaining second quarter.
Shot clock's off. We get ready to close out the second quarter. Jackson with the basketball, being guarded by Cunningham. Sizes up a three. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound for Johnson. Couple seconds to work with to Cunningham, and just in time. And one. Moving at the speed of business, the New York Rens able to make sure they get one more score before the clock strikes 0 here on the second quarter. Again, Johnson, just the man with the plan. Pinpoint pass. You couldn't deliver it any better with an Amazon drone. Cunningham does the rest with the lay. You're watching the Battle in the South here on SUV TV, and we'll be back with the third quarter up next.
When you don't feel like working and you still got to go to work, that's the grind. And that's what you have to do sometimes.
When you choose to put in the work and embrace the journey, success has no choice but to find you.
Buzz, come here. I want to see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. with the varsity.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, you made it.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.
My name is Diedrich Hadiaki Hajawara Thomas. I'm the CEO of Hadiaki, a fashion house designing garments for notable clients in the sports and entertainment industry. My studio is built around a lifestyle, built around an experience. If you were to think of Maison Hadiaki, you would think of a fashion house that exists in Paris. So it's something that you have to come and really see with your own eyes. Some of my most notable clients that I've worked with over the years include Samuel L. Jackson, Urban Magic Johnson, Steve Smith, Paul Millsap, Steve Harvey, Mo Williams, Clifford, Tip Harris, just to name a few.
I've known Diedrich for maybe 4 years now. The same amount of time I've been getting my custom bespoke garments from Hadiaki. I don't think you can get much better than that.
Like that? Here at Hadiaki, it's a different experience for each client. We really focus on the individuality of the client. So the first thing we do is actually go through a consultation with the client to really understand, their needs, their wants, their desires. After they go through that process, we end up with something that parallels their aspirations. So how you feel, man?
It's done smooth, bro.
We're actually really, able to take them through the process of accomplishing that goal. And it's just unique to them.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Don't worry, Ma. We'll be there soon.
We? Is this the one?
Well, let's say I found the one who takes me to another level. Always stays calm under pressure. Most importantly, the one that helps me discover the coolest places.
This sounds wonderful.
Come outside, I'll introduce you.
They're here.
Definitely the one.
Introducing the all-new Nissan Frontier.
And we are ready to resume play out of the halftime break. As we head out of intermission, leading scorers on the Rens side, Nas Cunningham with 16 points. On the Whiz Kid side, Ian Jackson with 11 points there in the first half. A 10-point advantage for the Rens. Jackson called for the travel. In a rare scenario, Jackson called for the travel, didn't argue, didn't say what, said my bad. Got back on defense. Dembele with the basketball, gets it to Wilcher. Wilcher just inside the free throw line, kisses it off the glass. Wilcher with 8 points so far in the contest. Take a look, Dembele, like what I've seen from him. They're just getting the assist as he gets it over to Wilcher, flips it off the glass, but seeing Dembele inside. We've seen him knock down the three. And you see some of the awareness and being able to make the pass there to a cutting Wilcher. So we got a 9-point game now. Rens still leading. Here's Wilcher. Good defense by Jackson. Better offense from Wilcher. Lead pushed to 11 now, but not for long. Moore answers back. Elijah Moore with that bucket to make it a 9-point game. Wilcher. Those are red jerseys, not cones. Figured I'd tell you, Wilcher made him look like the latter there on that particular play. Makes it an 11-point game. 6 points so far here in the second half for Wilcher already. Conte gets it across the timeline, back to Wilcher. Over to Cunningham. Cunningham, he'll dial up a three. Just short. Conte. That dribble gave Witherspoon enough time to gather and block the shot, but Rens retains possession. Conte, fall away. Johnson in there amongst the trees on the offensive glass, drops it off to Cunningham, no good. And it will go the other way. So it goes the other way, but if you're Wiz kids, got to do better on the defensive boards than that particular possession. The Rens and mostly any good team you'll face will eat you alive if you give up that many opportunities on the offensive end. I haven't seen a possession like that up to this point in the game. I doubt you'll see one like it again as the Wiz kids look to tighten up there on the defensive glass. 11-point game. Here's Jackson driving to Witherspoon. Three-point attempt. It's made there by the Wiz kids, number 5.
46-35, Rens in the lead.
I don't have a number 5 on my roster, so I'll have to get that one for you. We'll look to get that for you the next quarter break. Checking back into the game. Number 35 for the Wiz kids as Davis has a seat. Largest lead of the game has been 11. By the Rens, we're going to have free throws coming up for Conte. Conte no good on the first free throw. Had 8 points there in the first half. Gets his first here in the second half. With that second free throw, splits the pair. Poked away by Johnson. Jackson trying to maintain possession, and he does. Johnson knocked it away. Johnson does communicate. He's a floor general, vocal, verbal leader. He gets it done, but he can keep his mouth shut and still lead and communicate just with his play, how hard he plays. Obviously, you got to be able to do both, but just a great floor general for the Rens. Wilcher with the basketball.
Stay there.
Jumper no good. Jackson with the rebound. Gets it over to Deontay Johnson. Johnson had to do a lot to avoid the defense on that. Unable to get the shot to go after he does. Johnson, the alley. No good on the U by Cunningham. Ahead to Jackson. He'll dial up a triple. Gets it to go. So that's the third three-pointer we've seen off the glass. Jackson gets his first points of the second half. 14 points total here in the contest. Conte gets hit with the travel. Back on the floor for the Rens. It'll be number 4, Christian Bliss. Number 13, Harrison Hochberg. Jumper no good. Rebound in traffic and finished by Tariq Foster. Lead now 6-8. Stolen by Jackson. Pass ahead to Foster. Foster tried to drop it off back to Jackson, but it's Bliss with the steal.
I thought he was going upstairs for a second.
Harrison Hochberg will head to the line. Hochberg good on the first. Wilcher will get a breather, so will Papa Conte. Lachi Dembele back in the game. Actually, Wilcher remains in the game. That was just Conte getting a breather. So Wilcher, Johnson, Dembele, Hochberg, and Bliss on the floor for the Rens. Jackson able to avoid Hochberg in the air, switch over to the left and lay it in. Ian Jackson brings his point total to 15. Correction, 16 on the contest. Johnson gets that one to a cutting Dembele, but it was knocked away by Tariq Foster. Wilcher, deep three-pointer. Can't get it to go. Dembele, the offensive rebound. Flips that one up with the left. Rebound brought down by Moore. Johnson, the up and under. Got Hochberg in the air, went right up under him to pull the Wiz Kids to within 6. A pivotal stretch here. I wonder how much longer Nas Cunningham will sit. As that question's answered, he's about to head to the scores table to check back in next dead ball. Cunningham did a lot of the heavy lifting there in the first half. 16 first half points. Wilcher leads them in scoring with 6 points here in the second half. Cunningham checks back in. Wilcher off the mark on that three. Jackson didn't even get a hand up on that one. Tough finish by Johnson. Wiz Kids within 4 now. Hochberg wanted that shot back, didn't get it to go. It could be a one-possession game after this triple. A good look for Johnson, but no good. See Johnson avoiding Wilcher. Big fella's coming, say less. Use the right shoulder to keep him at bay, the left one to lay it in. Deontay Johnson. Cunningham. His first three-point take in the second half, gets it to go. 19 points on the game. Johnson, this time the triple was nothing but string music. Almost from the identical spot he had just missed one from. Splashes that one. Hochberg answers right back. Pass broken up inside, now Jackson. Got a good look at three, can't get it to go. A nice box out by Hochberg there on Foster. As Wilcher will take his time and bring it across. Shot clocks are off. Wilcher had that one poked away, regained it, and we'll see if they choose to count that one. It may have been a goaltend because it had already hit the glass after the foul was called and the shot attempt was made. So we'll see what they rule it here. You see Wilcher have it poked away, it hits the glass, and then you see Jones or Foster come and touch it. You see Wilcher make the argument as he hits the deck. No review necessary for the officials as they agree. And they give him the and one. As there's a quick scoreboard scenario they're trying to take care of now. Now both of them reflect the correct score. So 49 to 58. We had one stuck on 56. So they want to make sure that those 2 points were gotten.
5 seconds.
And the Rens are going to have another opportunity there after the offensive rebound. Cunningham. Too much. As Cunningham has just been finishing at the end of quarters. Did that to end the first half. Here he does it to end the third quarter. Ah, it's Cunningham, just too easy. We'll be back with more Battle in the Apple here on SUV TV.
Hi, I'm Dominique Wilkins, and welcome to my backyard and CBA Sports. At CBA Sports, we create family fun and a lifetime of memories. From our custom-built court systems, putting greens, synthetic lawn, to complete outdoor living spaces. From a single court to your own backyard fantasy, we can do any or all to accommodate your yard, your budget, and your lifestyle. As president of CBA Sports, I invite you to stop by our design center where you can see and play on all our products. I hope to see you soon.
You know how some carriers give you so little for your older busted phone you just end up living with it? I don't think so. Verizon lets you trade in your broken phone for a shiny new one. You break it, we upgrade it. You dunk it, doggy bone it, slam it, wham it, strawberry jam it, we upgrade it.
Get a 5G phone on us with select plans.
Every customer, current, new, or business.
Because everyone deserves better. And with plans starting at just $35, better costs less than you.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Rens in the lead, 60-49.
Fourth quarter underway. 11-point advantage for the Rens. Wiz Kids had pulled to within 4 just moments ago. That was until the Rens ended the third quarter, and we aren't going anywhere fashion. Wilcher inside, steps through, layup. We saw never not working on the commercial that sent us out of that break. pretty good description of Simeon Wilcher as he gets another bucket to make it a 13-point contest. He's got 14 points on the contest. Hochberg can't get the shot to go, but Dembele is going to head to the free throw line. So it looks like another timeout. We'll keep it here and sort of walk through the schedule for the remainder of the day as well as tomorrow. So after this one, it was a game that was originally scheduled for 2 p.m., but I think we all know it's going to tip off a little later, but it would be 16U Gauchos versus Strive for Greatness, followed by 17U Riverside versus Strive for Greatness. The Riverside Hawks, that one's scheduled to tip off at 3:15. 4:30 p.m. it'll be the New York Rens 17U squad taking on New Heights. 6 p.m. Strive for Greatness, the 16U squad will take on New York Lightning. 7:15 it'll be Strive for Greatness versus Whiz Kids 17U. And to close out the evening, it'll be New Heights versus the New York Lightning 17U matchup. That'll scheduled to tip off at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So that's how today will round out. We'll pick a time a little later in the contest to take a look at what tomorrow's action and will line up to be. Dembele at the free throw line. Back rims the first one.
First shot, no good.
Dembele splits the pair. 14-point advantage for the Rens. Foster can't get the three to go. We have a foul there off the ball. Deontay Johnson will inbound it. Jackson trying to work on Cunningham, but gets it inside. Foster tried to get it back out, but he'll turn it over. Here's Bliss. Bliss takes a look at Jackson and lays that one up and in. Corner three, and headed to the line to shoot. Hochberg can't believe the call, but it did look like he made a little bit of contact with Elijah Moore's arm there on the shot. Take a look at Bliss. Bliss kind of gave Jackson a look, I think, to size up whether he was going to go up and attempt to block that one or what it was looking like. Easy lay. Able to take advantage of the first free throw was Elijah Moore. Good on the second. That free throw line could definitely be a six-man for the Whiz Kids. They're going to claw back and close the gap in this one. Plenty of time left here in the fourth, and you got a shot clock. But the Rens are rolling to where you got to force a good amount of empty possessions and score at a consistent clip if you're looking to close this gap here in the fourth. Hochberg, contested three. No good on the shot. Rebound snatched down by Foster. Jackson telegraphed that pass. Wilcher got a hand on it. Now the Rens coming the other way. Bliss, another easy lay. And that's going to prompt the Whiz Kids timeout. 52-67. It's a 15-point advantage. Bliss just layup drills the past two times he's been able to push it. We'll be back with more Battle in the Apple. The Rens are rolling.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never, ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. dandruff protection that's never not working. Head and Shoulders Scalp Shield.
People think unusual circumstances means complicated taxes. But for a TurboTax Live expert like me, it just makes things interesting. So, give us everything you've got.
What if I'm a professional gamer with a ton of expenses?
If they help drive views, let's talk deductions.
What if I'm in a state with no income tax, but my survival videos are viewed in 38 countries?
I can help. And if this is a business dinner, save those jerky receipts. An interesting life can mean an even greater refund. You do your thing. We've got your taxes. Intuit TurboTax Live.
Back out of the timeout. Pass stolen by Bliss. Bliss has it stolen away. Pass ahead, and the easy dunk for Tariq Foster. Bliss to Dembele, corner. Cunningham, 3, cash. Nas Cunningham. He's just been extremely efficient this game, and he touches the ball. Good things are happening. Started off with his first 2 opportunities. He went to the free throw line, then knocked down a bucket. Got a nice tip dunk. He's had multiple buzzer beaters to end quarters, and there you see him with a big 3 as WizKids trying to mount this comeback attempt, and Cunningham just keeps getting in the way. Pushes the lead to 17 now. Three from the corner off the mark. Cunningham with the board. Pass ahead, Jackson. Got a hand on it, unable to keep it in bounds. Wilcher's going to have a seat. Dembele's going to get a breather. Back into the contest, Tylor Johnson, as well as Papa Conte. Cunningham can't get that 3 to go. He's got 24 points so far, does Cunningham. Bliss. Sneak behind the defense, flip that one up and in quickly. 19-point lead. In and out for Jackson. So they've done a good job containing Jackson. Haven't shut him down with a player like that when you can make him work for every score and keep him where they've kept him all game. He's got 16 points, which isn't horrible, but he's a walking 20-piece. He's a 20-piece on a, Frank Lucas said it on American Gangster, good enough on a bad day. Rens defense doing a good job to make that for him so far, relatively speaking. As they're up by 19, make it 17. Deontay Johnson with the baby jumper. Bliss eats the contact and lays that one up and in. A little bit of a weight room finish by Bliss. Conte with the board. Hochberg. Long rebound, right to Bliss. Bliss to Cunningham. Cunningham. And now just an offensive rebound party for the Rens. That back tap will be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson. Conte the handoff to Johnson. Johnson bumps off Padilla Jr. and he'll be called for the foul. Let's take a look at that replay. I wanted to see if that was a good call. Was it a good move? Or did it just look a little funny to the ref? I personally thought it was a good move. Either way, it's splitting hairs as the Rens in full control of this one.
75-58.
barring something very catastrophic on their side. I don't see them handing over this lead. Lead by 17 as we approach the 3-minute mark. As the Padilla-Johnson matchup continues to get a little physical. Padilla says game isn't over yet. Johnson will head to the line. As the Stars have already kind of filed in, got the man Jada sitting courtside. Here on site at the battle. Great mix of competition and culture. To be honest, you won't find a better mix of competition and culture in the high school grassroots space. Jada in the place and more coming.
That's solid second. Rens in the lead.
Conte with the board. Nas Cunningham. Why not add to the B-roll footage, young fella? Jackson, not to be outdone, tries to finish one, and we got a tie up there. It's everybody competing hard. And Nas Cunningham, no chill this game. Johnson, another assist. Oh, Nas Cunningham, sheesh. He's got 26. Coming right back is Jackson, trying to answer and glad everything's okay. As Papa Conte says, hey man, I'm glad your fall ended well, but bro, got to get off my leg, Chief. We take time to get a wet spot up off the floor. Player safety being paramount. Never want to see anything unavoidable take place when all you had to do was take an extra second to take care of the wet spot. 21-point lead for the Rens, who have rolled with this one here in the second half. Under 3 minutes left to play. I think there's a quick issue with one of the shot clocks. The official touching base to make sure they're all set. So under the 3-minute mark, Johnson with the basketball. Can't get the shot to go as he and Padilla going back and forth as they look to finish this game. That 3-pointer just short. Rebounded by Wilcher. Wilcher, the bounce pass ahead to Johnson. Johnson, the alley and a little tip in for Conte. Johnson does a great job just setting every pass up. The little things. Wilcher gets a bucket of his own. Brings this total to 16. As we approach a running clock scenario here. 20 ball already in effect. Padilla Jr. tries to shoot a triple. Off the mark, Cunningham with the rebound.
Yeah, they turned the power off.
Not sure we got a Whiz Kids timeout here. Looks like we do. We'll take one with them. It's all Rens as we get ready to wrap this one up here at the Battle in the Apple.
Social media doesn't really feel very social these days. Sure, we get to see our friends, but it's so much better to be with them. And even though we're more connected, we miss being together. Tap into what's happening right now and meet up with friends, old and new. with the only social network that's designed to get you offline and back into life. Swoop in. Let's hang.
Oh, it was terrible. I was totally stranded.
No TP?
Nope. Empty roll.
So what happened?
Well, we started buying Charmin Super Mega Roll.
Whoa, that's huge.
Charmin Super Mega Roll is 6 rolls in one and lasts so much longer, you don't always have to worry about the roll running out.
I'm glad you were rescued, Dad.
Me too. It was a huge relief.
Enjoy the go with Charmin, guaranteed to fit or your money back.
Nicholas Padilla Jr. brings it across for the Whiz Kids. This one all but over as we bring the final minute or so to a close. Our next matchup, which will tip off in roughly 15 minutes, it'll be Gauchos, New York Gauchos, 16U, taking on Strive for Greatness in their 16U squad. They dropped one to the New York Rens 16U squad yesterday, while the 16U Gaucho squad opened up with the win against Black Ops Cadets. Padilla, the drop-off pass. Access denied on the inside as Papacante comes up with the block. Cunningham wisely pulled it back out. Got it over to Bo O'Bairn, who couldn't hold on to it. Wilcher with the basketball. Under a minute remaining. Tough drive for Whiz Kids. I've never had a number 5 on my roster, but I believe one second, I believe that was Jaden Hill, number 5. They're on that score for the Whiz Kids. So it will be a 24-point margin of victory, 61-85. The Rens in control of this one. We appreciate you joining us here on SUV TV. We'll see you in about 10 or 15 minutes because it'll be the Gauchos taking on Strive for Greatness 16U.